Hello students, welcome to 7th grade science with me, Miss Hardwick, as your science teacher. In this video, I will provide a brief overview of our science course. To begin, this is the homepage for our course. To access our Google Meet link, you can go to your Google Calendar, make sure you're logged into your LCV Google account. You can access the Google Meet that way, or just from our course, you can access the Google Meet by clicking this banner at the top that says click the icon to join Google. The next thing I want to show you is the dashboard navigation. So we have our Getting Started module. This is going to be the first thing that you will want to do as you get into the course. This is the Getting Started module. You click Start and you will go through all of these things. You'll start at the task. So the task is to review all the slides. So all of these slides. The second task is to submit a picture of yourself, and I've provided guidelines there. And then the third task is to complete the Google form. Once you've done that and you've gone through all the slides, then you will be ready to go for our class this year. The next thing I want to point out is for course documents, that will link you to our pacing guide. Meet the Teacher, that will link you to a little preview about me. Our office hours, if you click that link, it will take you to this Google Doc where you can scroll down to 7th grade. And here is my office hour days, times, and the Google Meet link for my office hours. For announcements, this will take you to the announcements page of our Canvas course. Course modules will of course take you to the modules. If you need tech support, that is provided, and then your student schedule. So this will be your student schedule. So that is a little bit about the navigation on the dashboard. A couple other things to point out. We do have our Brainy Bunch Team Google site linked that you can click on and access. And then we also have the Modules tab and the Grades tab. So let's take a look at the modules. So within the modules, very first we have our course information, which contains our pacing guide. This pacing guide will just help you keep on track for this year as far as the different assignments you have due. So this is the very first thing, and you can just go through it and check it out. Then we also have the Meet Your Teacher. So it's a little preview about me, just for you to get to know me. Next, and most important, is the course icon key. So these are the icons you will see throughout this course, and they each have a different meaning. So if you see the little I, that means that that's instructions or information about the lesson. This play icon, it means to watch the video. So if you see that, you need to watch that video that is provided within that link. These are your lessons and notes. This icon is the module pretest. This icon is a quiz. This icon is either a lab report, a project, or an activity. It's whatever is provided with this icon is something other than a quiz. This little burst icon is your module exams. When you see the star icon, that is extra credit. And then this little yield icon just lets you know of important calendar dates. So when progress reports or grading quarters are ending, that little icon will inform you of that. So starting off is a getting started information about how to use Canvas. And from lesson 00.01 all the way to 00.07. And then starting at 00.08, this is when we get into the science content. So you can click on the information for this lesson, and it will provide you some information. So you can click here for lesson guided notes, and you can make a copy. So these are your lesson guided notes. You can use those guided notes, or you can complete those guided notes as you go through the lesson 00.08. So you can go through this lesson and complete the guided notes as you do. And then when you're done with the guided notes and done going through the lesson, then you can complete the assignment lesson 00.08, which is a quiz. So you can use these guided notes that you completed to assist you as you take the quiz. All right. So that's a little bit of how you would go through a lesson. That same exact process of opening the guided notes, making a copy, complete the guided notes as you go through the lesson, and then use the guided notes as a resource as you complete the quiz. That process is the same thing that you will do every single time you see that little icon with the pencil. So if we check out lesson, I'm scrolling down here in module 2, if we check out lesson 2.4, this is actually going to be like one of the first assignments that you actually have that's a project or a lab report or activity. It doesn't have the pencil icon. So if we look at our information for this assignment, I do provide a copy of the guided notes for you to complete as you go through the lesson. So you will click here, you will make a copy of those guided notes, and you will complete the guided notes as you go through this lesson. All right. So when you get through this lesson, if you look at slide 7 of the lesson, you will see that it is actually a lab that is provided. So this activity or this assignment for lesson 2.04 is a lab report. So you will click here to make a copy of the lab report. And very first thing, I recommend renaming it. You can put your first initial and last name. And then you can, I always recommend just making a folder in your Google Drive and calling it Science and moving all your documents in there. So all these guided notes you can also move in that folder. So they'll all be there in one place. So you're going to complete this lab report as you go through this lab on slide 7 of the lesson. So here's the lab. You're going to read the instructions and you're going to go through the lab as you complete this lab report. Once you have completed the lab report, you are going to click Share. Change the general access, change it to anyone with the link, and click Done. Then to submit the lab report, you're going to go back to the assignment for lesson 02.04. You're going to click Start Assignment. You can go to Google Drive, and it should have your Low Country Virtual Google Drive up there, account up there. And just so you can make sure this document is in your Low Country Virtual Google Drive. So I can click Select File, and it will be the most recent document, which is right here. Remember, I put my name on it. So I can click Add, Attach, and then Submit Assignment. All right. So that is how you will do that. You will see that it is submitted. Once it is graded, I may or may not, just depending on how well you do, that I may provide comments about your assignment. So you will need to go back, like if you don't make 100 or if you made a grade you're not particularly happy with, if you come back and check the comments on the assignment, you will be able to see what suggestions I have made to be able to redo the assignment and resubmit it for a higher grade. Well, I think this wraps up our overview of your science course this year. As always, please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. I look forward to getting to know each of you more very soon.